We have some major breaking news that has been announced that Chase Elliott will join Hendrick Motorsports in the NASCAR Xfinity Series in the number 17 car at Pocono. What's going on, guys? It's Daniel, and welcome back to the video. As I just said a second ago, we got some pretty massive and major breaking news this early afternoon and late morning, as it has been announced that Chase Elliott will run the NASCAR Xfinity Series race at Pocono Raceway, driving the number 17 car for Hendrick Motorsports. Here's a statement announcement from Hendrick Motorsports. Surprise! The number 17 gets a familiar face with Chase Elliott pulling double duty at Pocono Raceway. He, of course, will run full-time in the NASCAR Cup Series. He, of course, drives the number 9 car for Hendrick Motorsports, and now we'll get the chance to do double duty this weekend at Pocono. If I'm not mistaken, I believe it was last year in 2024, Chase drove at Pocono in this car as well, or ran in a couple races with the team, and ran very solidly. I actually took a look at his numbers in the Xfinity Series in this number 17 car so far. He's made 4 or 5 starts in the number 17 machine, and he's had some really good success. He has never finished outside of the top 5 in the 4 or 5 previous races, and remember, the last time he ran in the Xfinity Series, he actually finished runner-up to Brandon Jones, had a really strong car in that race, and was chasing Brandon Jones down near the end of the event, especially on the long run. And remember, he also won a Charlotte Motor Speedway back in 2024 in a race, had guys like Kyle Busch in the field, guys like Justin Allgaier who were really strong in that race. Chase Elliott was the guy who went to victory lane at the end of the day. That, of course, was the last time Chase Elliott also picked up a win in NASCAR's top 3 divisions. It's been a long time since Chase won a Cup, of course, going back to Texas Motor Speedway. Now, why is Chase Elliott running this race? Well, one reason is to help that number 17 car in the owner's points. The 17 car in the NASCAR Xfinity Series currently at the moment, I believe, is around 30th in the owner's points currently at the moment. They are, I don't believe they're eligible for the Xfinity Championship on the owner's side of things because they haven't ran every single race, but they're in the top 30 in the standings on that front, and bringing someone in like Chase Elliott, that's a really good decision. Chase Elliott also has been pretty good at Pocono Raceway historically. In his rookie season, he nearly won both races at the track and had one of the fastest cars in the field, but also, we got to remember this too, he won the Cup Series race back in 2022. He won that race where Denny Hamlin and Kyle Busch are both disqualified from the event. So I think he's going to have a really, really great chance and opportunity. Now, so far this year, it's been dominated by Justin Allgaier, among other guys, but I think that we'll see a really strong run for Chase Elliott in this event. So, what are my realistic expectations for Chase Elliott going into this race? Well, I expect Chase Elliott to be a pretty big factor for the win on Saturday. I think this could also help him quite a bit as well because he's going to get acclimated to the racetrack a little bit. Yes, the Xfinity Series and the Cup Series cars are quite a bit different nowadays, but I do think Chase Elliott will be somewhat of a factor for the win in both races. I think he's got a great chance to win in that number 17. The 17 car so far this year in the NASCAR Xfinity Series has been really strong and really, really fast. Chase Elliott, of course, has not driven this car outside of that race at Darlington, but that car has had a lot of speed, a lot of run-up finishes, and also so far 2 wins in the NASCAR Xfinity Series this year. Kyle Larson, of course, won the race at Bristol in dominating fashion, led around 276 of the 300 laps in that race, and also Kyle Larson finished in 4th position at Homestead, but let's be real and honest, Kyle Larson should have won that race at Homestead if not for a terrible push. Kyle Larson would have swept that weekend considering he won the NASCAR Truck Series race the prior day and won the Cup Series race after passing Alex Bowman late in the event because he had a really good long run car. I think that Chase Elliott, and also William Byron, forgot to mention him. He won the race at Charlotte Motor Speedway a few weeks ago, and we know that William Byron's been really good in this car as well. And I've also noticed, even with Corey Day now, we're starting to see a lot of improved performance from Corey Day in this number 17 machine. He had a really good run at Nashville, despite the fact he had some issues at Texas Motor Speedway as well. Corey Day shows some improved progress, and I think he's starting to show a lot of improvement as a race car driver in NASCAR Xfinity Series competition. Finishing around 10th is really, really impressive. And I think that by the end of this year, he will be up there contending for wins, in my opinion, because I think Corey Day has been really good in that seat. The other question is, who could else drive this car throughout the year? Because we've seen all the main guys like Corey Day, and there were rumors that Dale Jr. had kind of mentioned this as well. But I think Dale Jr. mentioned this on his podcast. He had heard that maybe Roger Carruth and I believe Jake Finch was the other driver that might have been rumored to be driving this car. We're still not sure if those guys are going to be driving that car at this point as we're getting later into the year. I think Roger, especially being with the Hendrick program and still having the HendrickCars.com sponsorship, I would love to see Roger in the future get a chance and opportunity. But I think for Chase Elliott, another reason he's getting behind the wheel of this race car, going back to him, is so he can get a little bit more experience on this racetrack and help him on Sundays, because Chase Elliott, while he has been good this year, he has not been spectacular. Chase Elliott is still looking for his first Cup win since Texas Motor Speedway, and he had a really good run at Mexico City at the Autodromo Hermanos Rodriguez track, finishing in 3rd place, but he didn't have Shane Van Gisbergen speed. And also, you think about some other races. He showed some really good speed in Michigan, but the crew chief made some terrible strategy calls, and the pit crew did not do the best job out on the racetrack. I think for Chase, if he can go out there and win this race, this could be a really good confidence booster going into Sunday, especially since being a former winner at this racetrack. I think Chase will have a really great chance and a strong opportunity to pick up the win in this number 17 machine, because this 17 car, especially since they have Junior Motorsports stuff, which Junior Motorsports cars and JRM cars have been super, super good this year. Justin Allgaier, of course, has picked up 3 wins so far this year. Connor Zilic has a win, could have multiple. He's been very competitive this season, has made some mistakes, but he got a top 5 in Mexico. Probably should have won the race, but made some mistakes here at the end of the event. Carson Quaffle's shown a lot of flashes of brilliance throughout the year. Yes, he's kind of like borderline on that cutoff line currently at the moment, but I think he's going to be a factor throughout the rest of the year. And then, of course, Sammy Smith has been pretty solid this year in that number 8 machine, having a career year in NASCAR Xfinity Series competition. Of course, won the race at Rockingham thanks to Jesse Love getting disqualified at the end of the day, but Sammy Smith's had a pretty solid and good season, all things considered. I think that Chase Elliott will be up there with the Junior Motorsports cars, and I said this, but I wouldn't be surprised or shocked by the end of the year if all the guys in the Final 4 in Xfinity are JRM guys. All 4 Junior Motorsports cars have looked really good, and when the 17 cars out there, or the 9 cars out there in particular, I mean, Daniel Suarez won in this car, because basically the 17 is technically the number 9 car for this year, so I've been really impressed with the speed that we've seen from the JRM cars so far, and especially the Hendrick cars in general, because a couple of years ago when this car came back, they were struggling to win races. They couldn't get it done with Larson much. They couldn't get it done with Alex Bowman, but now this car has been starting to win a lot more consistently, and I think Chase Elliott's going to have a great chance and opportunity to get in this car and go to victory lane. I think it's going to be a strong run for Elliott. He's going to have a fast enough car. I think they're going to bring the pace and speed, because again, the Hendrick car has been really good this year. The All-Star car, it's been strong. I hope in the future we see this car go full-time in Xfinity competition. I would think it would come down between Corey Day and Raja Karuf for this seat. We haven't seen a full-time driver in a Hendrick Motorsports car in like 10 or 15 years, it seems like, at this particular point. So I would definitely love to see that. They've been bringing back their development program, but going back to Chase, I think he's going to be very fast, and I expect Elliott to be a strong factor and major contender to go to victory lane in Xfinity. He'll look to go and sweep the weekend in the races that he's running as he looks to win his first Cup Series race as Texas in 2024. I think he'll have a great chance and a strong opportunity to get it done and go to victory lane in that car this weekend in the Xfinity Series race at Pocono. So that is going to be today's special breaking news report on Chase Elliott running for Hendrick Motorsports in Xfinity at Pocono. I want to thank you guys for watching. Please subscribe to the channel, notifications on so if I win a video, it does go live on my channel. Follow me on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram, and support me on Patreon as well. Let's go below that and comment your thoughts below on today's episode. You think Chase Elliott has a great chance and opportunity to go win and pick up the victory? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. And who else would you love to see drive the number 17 car in the future? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Tomorrow on the channel, we're going to have a silly season update discussing silly season stuff over the course of the last couple weeks. There's been some interesting news around that over the last few weeks. Then we also may be doing the Truck Series race picks, but probably not at this particular moment in point. Then on Wednesday, we're going to have an NASCAR news video discussing news over the course of the last couple days, and I'm probably going to release the Truck and Xfinity picks maybe on the same day. If I don't release Xfinity Series picks for Pocono, that's going to get pushed to Thursday, and you will see, of course, the Cup Series race picks as well on Thursday, and you're also going to see the Penske video more than likely, and then on Friday, we'll have a NASCAR news video, and we're also going to have the Truck Series race review from Pocono as well. Saturday, we're going to have reactions to Cup qualifying in the Xfinity Series race review from Pocono, and then on Sunday, we're going to have the Cup Series race review and the starting lineup video as well, maybe a Shane Van Gisbergen video. We're going to talk about people like Haley Deegan, Shane Van Gisbergen, Cards, Kurt Busch, Kyle Busch, Bubba Wallace, Ross Chastain, Daniel Suarez, Trackhouse, Junior Motorsports, Kyle Larson, Alex Bowman, Bubba Wallace, Sam Mayer, Sheldon Creed, other people like Carson Quaffle, Cletus Farland, Dodge, Matt DiBenedetto, Frankie Muniz, all the good stuff. Same with Dana White and other stuff that will be coming in the coming days and weeks, along with the Dodge and Ram program. So anyways, like I said, I want to thank you guys for watching today's episode, and I'll see you guys next time for more great, awesome NASCAR content, other motorsports content on the channel like this. Take care, everybody.